Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick pic.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything else. We're a walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Gonorrhea. No. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. It's not. Look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you got to fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
What's up, savages? Welcome to another episode of Grunt Speak that actually is live from the lair. Ha ha ha! All right, now, for those of you who have read the good book or the Torah or even the Quran, they talked about the Garden of Eden, which was set up by, God. And everything they needed was there. And for some reason, the female decided that it wasn't good enough. And there was some stuff that, maybe we should all partake in, which we did. and we got our asses kicked out. Now let's roll it forward, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 years, and we have the country of America. And in this country, we have managed via capitalism to raise more people out of poverty than ever before in all of human history. Is it perfect? No. And then we got the great idea to pass the 19th, allow women to vote despite the fact that they don't have any skin in the game. They're not getting drafted. They're not getting deputized. They're not putting out fires. At least, it is what it is. And now, because they're voting with their feelings, we have an invasion of third world country individuals from various race, colors, and creeds. The graping has gone through the roof. Financial fraud has gone through the roof. And we are divided more than ever. And dare I say, fractured more than what happened during the first uncivilized war that took place inside this country. And we're going to talk about the phenomena that is known as the cult of the cunt, and why we send our precious daughters to college. They leave high school. Maybe they're not run through too bad. And they come out the back end bald with or poison-colored hair with a tackle box stuck to their face or in their face and maybe in downstairs parts, and tattooed up more than the Morai warriors from back in the day. The cult of the cunt is out of control. And we're going to talk about that tonight. So get ready. Please pour yourself a menagerie. Have a beer. I put 2 shots of Jameson in my tea for tonight. For those of you that don't know, I had to go to the emergency room, I believe it was the day before yesterday on Sunday, because I was piddling kitty litter. That's what happens when you get older. So my doctor is like, you need to drink more fluids, and that is what I'm doing. And I just mixed it all in my herbal tea to make me pee. All right, Paddle Dwarf, let's get this going.
I don't want to.
Bring it on, baby.
You forgot the thousand. You forgot the 1,000 cock stare.
Yes.
They walked too many girls.
The stage. Yeah, in high school.
Far too many girls are leaving college with the 1,000 cock stare.
Some of them have it walking across the high school graduation stage.
I don't want to know any of those stories.
They're bobbing and weaving in their head. They're bobbing and weaving more penises than a boxer slipping jabs. I mean, come on.
It's horrible. So this whole thing called feminism is so pernicious that it's basically, like you said, it's invaded just about every aspect of society. And all of these people out there in academia have taken to it. A lot of it came from, you'll be surprised to know, Herbert Marcuse had a big influence on a couple of them. Yeah. Alice Bailey, who we talked about, the occult thing, that had a big influence on it. And it dawned on me that we had never talked about feminism itself and where it comes from.
Here's a big coincidence. The feminism and spiritualism basically started in the 1860s to the 1890s, in that range. Maybe there's an influence of, I don't know, Satan?
You call it whatever you want, but I've been around the world enough, and I know you've been around the world enough to know that there is probably more than one influence out there.
Correct. Now, I myself was on board with this whole feminism thing up until I had to actually serve alongside women. Even after I got divorced, I was like, oh, yeah, maybe, women. Okay. Now, are there good women serving our country? Yes, they are.
I have one of my favorite commanders is a female.
I understand.
She's one of the most competent commanders I ever had.
Yeah, I've had some really good female commanders,
Mm-hmm.
but a large majority of the women I served alongside, I would not trust my life in their hands. I would not trust them to put down suppressive fire. They could not drag me behind cover. And, it just is what it is. They can't carry the same amount of weight. They can't go the same distance. And I think they're hardwired to survive, where men are hardwired to protect. And it's a whole different animal. But that's just my opinion. It is what it is. If you guys don't like what I'm saying, please send us your hate mail to redonkulas12@gmail.com. I love hate mail. Please send it.
You done?
Yes.
You done?
I'm done.
That's good. That's good.
So
anyway, what with all of these religious comparisons we're drawing are for a reason. First of all, when it comes to women, I don't think that all women are bad. I simply don't. I think feminism is bad. I think universities are bad for our girls. I think school is bad for our girls now, deliberately so.
Mm-hmm.
The two people in my life that I venerate the most are my two grandmothers, who basically did most of my raising.
Mm-hmm.
I had a host of aunts and great aunts that I loved. I've got 4 sisters, 3 of whom are crazy, one of whom is only mostly crazy. Okay. And I've got Mrs. Battledwarf. You guys have met Mrs. Battledwarf, who keeps me on my toes, but other than that, she's great. she's a little tiny bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna get beat later tonight. And not in the good way. Anyway, this feminism thing, first of all, it started back in probably the mid 1800s when European societies started to get a leisure class. Now, there's always sort of been a leisure class with the nobility and the aristocrats, but into the 1800s, starting in like 1830s, somewhere around that point, you started to get a wealthier merchant class, a wealthier class of people who have made their money and now were buying manor houses and stuff alongside of the aristocracy in a lot of these European countries. And this is also the point where America really starts to take off. And obviously in America, you could just go walk over to a very large piece of land and begin to build shit, which was completely unheard of. And this produced a class of leisure daughters.
Mm-hmm.
What could possibly go wrong other than everything?
Yeah, you can't have that piece of fruit. Everything else is yours. But no. I want that piece of fruit, and I'm going to fuck everybody.
Yes.
Not in a good way either.
With this leisure class, some of the comments, I gotta hide the comments from myself, or I'll just sit here laughing at them. There's some good ones flying around. It really started. I've actually got a list of some women here. We've got Sarah and Angelina Grimke, who were abolitionists in the 1830s, Lucretia Mott, who was a Quaker abolitionist, and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who was one of the biggest primary drivers for early feminism. And these abolitionists didn't want men to drink. And I should have brought up the picture.
Oh, yeah.
There's a famous picture that lips that touch liquor shall never touch ours. And it's like 10 women posing, and every one of them is a strong 2.
Okay. They got their way, though.
Every single one of the women is a strong 2.
But they got their way. For Prohibition, they got their way.
But this was in 1830.
Yes.
This is 100 years before. Now, mind you, we already had dry counties. We still have dry counties to this day. There's dry counties in Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, a bunch of other places. It's more common than one would think. Yeah. But it's the choice of that county from place to place rather than the entire nation, which is what happened. I think it was 1928.
This is just my
This
opinion,
prohibition. Yeah.
but I think a lot of these women are going to destroy this country via nagicide.
Mm.
It's going to whine, bitch, and complain
Yes.
until they get their way, and it's all going to
Yep.
come crumbling down.
Mm-hmm. Now, feminism started really from about 1848 to 1920 as first wave feminism. We think of it in waves. We're in fourth wave feminism right now.
Yeah.
A lot of these women just wanted like voting rights, the right to own property, the right to have a freaking education.
Which I don't have a problem with.
No. And basic legal personhood. At the time, there were a lot of places where women couldn't own property, couldn't have a bank account, and couldn't do anything without their husband's permission in public.
All right. Now, but who holds most of the student loan and credit card debt?
No, we're talking 1848 to 1820 here. We're talking about a 70-year period.
I know, but they got their way,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned into a huge snot implosion of the snot sack. Because
I see. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you want all these things. Here you are, and now look what you've done with them.
Yes, because somebody's going to pay those debts, and it's not going to be them. Because for those of you that don't know, you never loan women money. You just give it to them. You just don't know it yet. All right, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? That look on your face. Yeah.
So the big one that everybody knew prior to the weird shit that we've been going through for the last 25, 30 years was second wave feminism. And that's the bra burning crazy.
Mm.
That's Betty Friedan. That's who are the other ones over here? Shulamith Firestone, Gloria Steinem, Andrea Dworkin are all of the second wave feminists. They're the ones who started in with the crazy shit. And that's where workplace discrimination came in. That's where education and reproductive rights, the domestic violence and rape laws. Okay, with the domestic violence thing, I get that. Because I am the kind of guy where if you swing at a woman in front of me, I'm going to break something on you. Unless you've got real serious cause.
Well, here's the thing. Back in the day, men kept other men in check.
Yes.
You didn't do such things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in today's day and age, unless I know the woman or she's related to me in my blood, I'm probably not going to intervene because I can't afford
Today.
it. Yeah, I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to catch a case that's $30,000 at a minimum to get out of. And then you might get sued by the person that you had to intervene with, which could go all the way up to you have to file bankruptcy and lose all your assets. It's just not worth it today. I wouldn't do it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Ladies wanted equal treatment. Well, you're going to get equal treatment. You want equality, then you're going to have to fight like a man.
Equal lefts, equal rights, equal lefts.
And don't pick the fight.
Yeah. It's not pretty. You know what? I'm going to pull this screen down for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Stop screen and put this one up so we'll share. I'm feeling generous. I'll share. I have notes tonight. I do not have one of my traditional Battle Dwarf maps this evening. It really wasn't all that necessary. But here you can see second wave feminism that I'm talking about. Betty Friedan's The Feminine Mystique in 1963, formation of the National Organization for Women, which was a Marxist organization right out of the gate. Civil rights and anti-war movements provided organizational tactics, which was Marxism right out of the gate. And the crazy thing is, all of this stuff that I'm looking at here, as I was going through all of this and seeing how it more and more resembles a religion, I came across an article on Fox News where a female professor said that feminism has become its own church.
Yes, and it has literally ruined men.
Now, look at there's another screen over here. Let's go over here. This is basically the summary of her article. She says, as an author of 11 books, including an upcoming title on feminism, the movement has evolved into a kind of secular megachurch with its own doctrines, rituals, and moral codes. One that she argues now serves as a substitute for faith, family, and traditional Christian value. And you can see this in women's behavior today. They even have sacrifice, abortions.
Yeah.
They're doing human sacrifice.
But listen, women have more rights to murder their children than men have to father their children.
Yes, that's 100% correct.
That is reprehensible.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, it's a fact. Sorry.
More men than any time in history just walking off the reservation going MGTOW. Or red pill.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. I really don't. I've lived through that meat grinder.
And I'm seeing more and more young females online going, where are all the men? Why won't anybody date me? And of course, there's the other side of that where they're like, oh, if you are not 100% liberal and love women with blue hair and bull rings in their nose, I'm not going to date you because you're not a real man. What?
Yeah.
Or the weird looking hippie chicks.
Well, that started in the 60s.
That really started in the 60s, but they have dialed that shit straight up to 11.
But
that's part of the cult too. Those females become like shaman to the young girls.
Correct. But here's like when you sent me the links and I did a little research on my own. And I challenge anyone out there. But if you look at the VD rates between 1960 and 1980, they go off the hook. And towards the end of the 80s or the beginning of the 80s, we wound up with AIDS, which is still plaguing us today.
A whole nother. Well, you've got the origin of AIDS and then you've got the spread of AIDS. These are two totally different things. The origin of AIDS is its own story. The spread of AIDS goes part and parcel with what you're talking about. Everybody thought it was a bathhouse disease from San Francisco.
Yes.
And then it turned into a drug disease. And now it's a drugs and prostitutes disease. And then, well, it just got out of hand. But that's a rabbit hole. Let's not go down that rabbit hole at the moment. Let's get back over here. So this lady... Where did her name go? Her last name is Carrie Gress. I couldn't remember her first name. She's written a book called Something Wicked, Why Feminism Can't Be Fused with Christianity. And she examines how feminism has quietly captured the minds and hearts of women by mimicking aspects of Christianity through its own commandments, virtues, evangelization, and even a sacrament, which is abortion. And it's true. Every word of that. If you go look at feminism today, there's clear, distinct patterns for all of these things. And the evangelization happens in school. Now it's happening as early as kindergarten, and you see it all through college. It's left, right, and center. My own kid, I had to deal with that garbage, and I know yours were gotten to.
Yeah, they've been ruined by that shit.
Yeah,
that and their whore mother, but that's a different show.
So, Carrie Gress says there are 3 of these essential virtues. There are actually 4. I don't know how she missed her own remark here, but it actually started back in the early 1800s. Percy Bysshe Shelley, the husband of Mary Shelley, author of Frankenstein, right? These people were hedonists. They were libertarians. They were there was another word for it, I forget, but they're just complete Dionysian hedonist, do anything, who cares, because they had money and they could. They hung out with Lord Byron, for example. And if you know anything at all about Lord Byron, well, that guy was into everything and everyone. And I mean that literally.
And so was Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was 100 years prior to this.
Yeah, that was the Hellfire Club.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what you're trying to say is,
I think
do
Byron
what
might have
thou
been
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which strangely is one of the key tenets of current modern Satanism that actually has temples in our cities now.
Satan.
How that happened, I'll never know. Anyway, so Percy Bysshe Shelley decides to write this stuff down. He got these ideas from his in-laws at first, of all things, from Mary Shelley's parents. And they are to have contempt for men. Gosh, that sounds awfully familiar.
Yeah.
To shun monogamy. Gosh, that sounds awfully familiar. To embrace promiscuity. Gosh, that sounds awfully familiar. And to be involved in the occult. We did a whole show
Just on that.
freaking Alice Bailey.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We did a whole show on that shit.
But
And
here's
those are
the thing, though. All right.
Yeah.
These women don't seem to understand. They could get away with this when it wasn't that many women doing this. But now we have a division between men and women. Men are saying, fuck it, it's not worth it. Women are saying, I don't need men. And at some point, once these women go over the cliff, right around 38 to 48, when they have cleared the wall in their Evel Knievel bike, they're going to be singing a different tune, and it's going to be way too late because there is no return ticket from Box Swine and Catland.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you are there. Sorry. Wah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely fucking correct. And this, like I said, this is now from kindergarten on. Little girls are taught this stuff. And little boys are taught the opposite. They're taught that they're worthless and they have no purpose and that they're bad. And little girls are taught to hate little boys. And it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. It's clear. It's cult.
It's a cult.
Yeah.
And
Now,
now it's next to impossible to talk somebody out once they're in the cult. They have to hit rock bottom and or see some egregious shit before they like, wait a minute, what am I doing with myself?
Yeah.
And by then it's probably too late. They've already sat on, I don't know, 20 to 50 cocks. I probably had one or two terminations, maybe, half a dozen cases of Vida.
Mm-hmm.
And they marked themselves up with tattoos. Now, I don't know about you.
The destructiveness. What?
I don't know about you, but when I see a woman with a lot of tattoos, I will not engage. I'm like, nope, I'm out. I want nothing to do with that.
I have more than my fair share of tattoos, but many of them I got while I was in the military. And well, honestly, that's been a military thing for a long time. I know you personally don't have any. I went in with ink and then discovered that I could never get near any of the really, really high speed units because I had ink.
Yeah. Well, just remember,
although I hang around in their vicinity, but
remember, if she has too much ink, she's going to stink. Wah.
That's some bad poetry.
Well, what are you going to do? There's a link.
What are you going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to pull up the APA, the American Psychological Association, famous for their APA style guide. What feminism means today. Now, mind you, this is from 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. This particular article is from 2006. I've got a couple of articles from various points in time because I wanted to show you on one hand, there's strange consistency, and on the other hand, they're obvious just bouncing around to whatever the fuck. Because, well, logic and reason are not really a strong suit.
Reasons in vagina.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons in vagina. So what feminism means today? Feminism means more advancing and less disparaging, some psychology students and faculty believe. Cynthia de las Fuentes, PhD, past president of APA's Division 35, Society for the Psychology of Women. They create these lofty titles for themselves. Such negative perceptions derive from the media distortion, not the movement's mission of equality for sexes in the work at home. What's more, many young women and men don't realize that equality has yet to be achieved. What? She laments the division's relative absence of men, minorities, and members younger than 30, the last of which is a trend across all APA divisions. Did you hear what I just said there?
Across all divisions.
Let me read that again. De las Fuentes, PhD, laments the division's relative absence of men, minorities, and members younger than 30. Okay,
right.
Men, obviously. Minority countries, women don't have rights. Get over yourself. Sorry, it just is what it is. It's not our problem. It's not our fault either. Okay? But lack of members younger than 30 in the feminist movement. What's going on there?
I think the women are seeing the train wreck and trying to pull out.
Yeah. Women are going, this didn't work for my mother or my grandmother. I grew up in a shitty, broken house. Why do I want to follow the same rules?
Yeah.
Young men are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
With the whole white guilt thing. They're like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is not,
a lot of them
this doesn't work.
Also, a lot of young men have seen their fathers, grandfathers, in some cases their great-grandfathers, friends,
Destroyed.
uncles, and other relatives absolutely destroyed by the cult of the cunt and its influence over the courts.
Yeah. Yep.
And here's another thing. This whole
Absolutely.
Me Too shit that happened,
Yeah.
women are going to be feeling the effects of that for decades because there are companies out there who will not hire women because of that.
Yes. They don't want to deal with the HR bullshit.
No. And like I worked as a mortgage broker. We had a top producer.
Yeah.
And there was a tiff between him and a couple other women. And he said, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah.
And 4 months later, they had to shut their doors. They went bankrupt. I had to go find another goddamn job. Destroyed the whole business gone. Because he said, okay, that's how it's going to be. I'm closing my deals and I'm fucking out of here. And boom.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to throw a teaser trailer out there, Pop. I'm putting you under an NDA right now because I know you want to go off on this one, but you can't. We got some really good news today, and there will be a show on it. We may have a real serious victory in the state of Michigan. I'm not going to say any more than that, but it's good news.
I hope this is the spark that burns this whole system to the ground. I want it to start a forest fire that cannot be contained, fueled by hatred and anger of all of the men who suffered under this system. I'm not even kidding. Oh, okay. All right. I won't stop talking. I'm gonna blow up.
That's it.
Listen,
that's your teaser trailer. There's gonna be stuff.
Yeah, listen. It's too late for me in Battledorf. We've already been mauled. All we can do now is run forward, fall onto the barbed wire, so the young guys behind us can get clear. We're done. Yeah, we've already been destroyed.
Yeah, we've already been thoroughly mauled. There's no recovery for us at this point.
Yeah, all I'm really doing now is pulling men out of the maw of death with jokes, logic, and reason.
Yep. Let's get back to this little gem here. We've had trouble communicating feminism's continuing relevance to young people and people of color. Most current Division 35 members were active in women's rights in the 70s, and they still are. Okay, we're active in the 70s.
Okay.
They were 20 in the 70s, which was 55 years ago.
So, yeah, they're as old as my mother now.
All they've got left are imploded boxwine and Catland freaking
refugees. That's all they are.
What's do we have an old folks home on Box Swine and Catland?
We do not. I should probably put together a whole list, and we'll do like a whole show of a tour of Box Swine and Catland.
We need to. I'm thinking there is a small island where those women are sent because not even the women on Box Swine and Catland Island can take them anymore. There's a small island off of the left coast of Box Swine and Catland called Prolapsia.
Prolapsia? That's going in the book. I like it.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you too many times you get too many over and unders. Things wear out. If you're using your equipment the way it's not designed, it's going to wear out.
Most of feminism's freaking females are from the 70s. Is what she's saying right here. And mind you, this article was from 2006. It can't be much better now. So task force members...
but hang on. Stop the thought right there.
Okay.
There's a lot of women out there who will look you in the face and say, no, I'm not a feminist. But when you actually start asking them probing questions, they are, because they're a product of the school system and being raised by a single mother feminist.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Now, again, I'm going to point out 2006, because what's funny is 2 years later, you and I would debunk some of this on the original Second Class Citizen radio show out of Hawaii.
Which I wish we still had.
I wish we still had those audios. Those audios were great. What does feminism mean today? It's being who you are, being the woman that you are without fears of judgment or a joke. It's being successful, not in a materialistic way, right? But in the way you want to be. It's about doing what you want to do in life, fighting for you what you want, not to give you what you need. There are still obstacles for women in doing that. People are surprised when I say I'm thinking about getting a psychology PhD, and I think it has to do with me being a 21-year-old woman. You're 21. You should be nowhere near your PhD. Wow. Not even remotely near it. You should be 20 years or more away from your PhD. But now they're giving PhDs to 27, 28-year-olds.
Yes, because you can buy them. It's the equivalent of a black belt at a Taekwondo shake and bake dojo. Yeah. And
these diplomas are the freaking it's like, what's the word that I'm looking at? I'm a Catholic and I can't fucking think of it. When you get sworn into the Catholic Church, and the word is not coming into me.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that word.
Basically, when you come of age, and you are accepted into the church as an adult. And I think it happens in confirmation.
Confirmation.
Thank you.
I got mine at 12.
13. Yep. Yeah. Each of these diplomas is like confirmation for these women. It's just a piece of paper to most of them. It doesn't give them anything. Too many people freaking don't understand that a diploma doesn't confer intelligence. And they're handing them out like candy. I worked at 2 major law firms, and we were getting attorneys from Brown, Stanford, Pennsylvania, that literally couldn't write a coherent sentence. We had to do an in-house class at the law firm to give them remedial writing classes. Attorneys from Stanford.
So they wrote worse than I did in my first novel?
You look like a fucking literary genius.
And I have dyslexia.
You look like the Stevie Wonder of fucking writing.
It's all in the commas, okay? You could change. Yeah. Like, for instance, women want to get rid of Father's Day because they raise most of the children. Men don't pay attention to commas. So you just take father, you put a comma in the middle, and it's Fat Her Day. It's still Father's Day to men because they don't understand the comma. But women are like, it's accurate. And the same thing with therapist. You put a comma after the, and it's the rappiest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm such an asshole.
You have issues. You really
I know.
are.
I know. I don't care.
You really are. Yeah, I still get freaking night terrors from remembering depopping your first novel.
That's awesome.
No, it wasn't. It's terrible. Anyway, where were we? What are the biggest challenges in feminism today? This is great. This is where we start debunking things. A lot of young people think that women's rights have always been accomplished. We've got Title IX, we've got laws against gender discrimination, but they don't realize there's still so many forces against women's rights, like reproductive rights and pay equity. We still get 73 cents on the dollar a man earns.
That's such bullshit. Holy shit. When you
What reproductive rights do they not have? They have all of the reproductive rights.
Like I said, they have more rights to kill their children than men have to father their children.
Yes.
And that whole 73 cents on the dollar bullshit.
We debunked. We did a whole show debunk. I think we did 2 shows debunking.
Yeah, but the thing is when you look at hours worked, women usually, a full-time job to a woman is 36 hours when it's normally 40 hours for a man. Mm-hmm. That's a 10% difference right off the crack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to pay you full-time for part-time work.
Yeah, and if this 73 cents on the dollar bullshit was true, only women would be employed in a capitalist society because you can literally get more bang for your buck.
The problem is you get the bang and then you get the pow.
Yeah, you do. The bang and the pow.
So what are the biggest challenges in feminism today? A lot of young people think that women's rights have already been accomplished. We've got Title IX, 73 cents on the dollar. People make all sorts of excuses for the earnings gap. Maybe women don't work. Maybe they stay home from work and take care of the kids. These things are all true. Yet studies show that even when a woman earns more, families often move to where men get jobs. Well, that's because men are traditionally the providers. Women are not traditionally the providers.
Yeah, and
this is normal.
And men will work the dirty, the uncomfortable, and the dangerous jobs. They'll work the dud jobs, and they get paid more for that.
Listen to this paragraph again.
Okay.
Listen to this word salad that means nothing and circle walks while fisting itself in the ass.
All right.
People make all sorts of excuses for the earning gap. Okay, people make excuses for the earning gap. Maybe women don't work. That's a nice ambiguous statement. Maybe they do. They stay at home from work and take care of the kids. Less and less true. By 2006, that was really not a true statement at all. Studies show that even when the woman earns more, families more often move to where men can get jobs. What studies? Who says this? Where the fuck is this coming from? Because you've got nothing to support that there. She just says it. The most important thing for many women is still to have a man, and pleasing him comes first. Well, there goes your feminism, toots.
Yeah.
If that's what's important to women, that's what's important to women. The thing that's always killed me about feminism, okay, is they only accept feminism if a woman follows their rules. The goal of feminism is for women to be able to do what they want, is my understanding. That's basically what it says. Women should be able to do whatever they want, and a man should have a say in it. If a woman wants to stay home and have children and raise a family while the man supports her and provides, now she's an evil, useless bitch who's a traitor to womankind.
Yes, I've actually I've come across that.
So have I.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
And it's lunacy. But what if that's what a woman wants, then that's what she wants. What's your problem?
Yeah.
There's the cult aspect of it. What does a cult do? If you don't do exactly as they prescribe, they label you a heretic.
Now, here's the thing.
They drive you out.
You're right. That's the thing. Back in the day, when a woman wanted to be a floozy and you decide to get her snot sleeve pounded out on the regular, other women shunned her and shamed her. The scarlet letter, stuff like that. Now it's completely opposite, where a woman who wants to be monogamous, have kids, stay at home, raise those children, is now given the scarlet letter by all the other women.
Mm-hmm.
This is Bizarro World at its best, where garbage is money. What is going on? Holy smoking Joe Frazier, man.
Yeah. Wait, it gets better, this little lovely cult. What is feminism why is feminism considered the F word by many of today's young women and men? Well, a movement of powerful women is seen as threatening.
Oh,
what
really?
Movement of powerful women? Reflecting that the media creates negative stereotypes of these powerful women who would want to be a bra burner. The media is totally in the bag for you and has been. This is 2006 and has been for 20 years at this point.
Yes. Plus, they have the courts,
education system.
Yeah, they got
Hollywood.
Yeah.
A related reason is a lot of people just don't like labeling. They say, "Don't put me in a box." That's funny. You keep shoving things into your box, and have a defensive reaction to the idea of calling themselves a feminist. Others think the women's movement is a political relic. And that kind of thinking becomes a useful tool for the patriarchy. Patriarchy.
Yeah.
And it's harder to accept that there's structural inequality. What is this structural thing? They can't build anything. They tried to build a bridge in Miami. That fell down.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
It's upsetting and disturbing in the same way that people deny personal problems. Oh, so now you have personal problems if you deny feminism.
Here's the thing. Women think and act on feelings, the double E discount.
Yes.
And when the world doesn't conform to their feelings, it is oppression.
Yes.
It is patriarchy. See, men math in their head all the time. They're calculating risk, how much they're going to make, what they're going to have to pay. You know, this is what we do every day. Women go off feelings. Oh, that made me feel unsafe. Are the lights on? The water work? Do the police come when you call them? Do you have a working car? Can you go to a place that makes money? Shut the fuck up. Oh, and while this is all going on, and they say they're so oppressed, they're double fisting their faces with bonbons and drinking unicorn cum out of a cup, and then bitching how the world is so fucking unfair to them. Fuck off.
While drinking their $8.50
I might have to go get my retarded size bottle of Jameson and just start drinking right out of that.
Your retarded size bottle of Jameson's.
I mean, I'm serious. That's how I order it. I walk into the liquor store and I'm like, I would like the retarded size, which is the biggest bottle. It's like a gallon.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
I have problems with that.
I haven't had a shot of Jameson's in years. I used to love Jameson's. Then an attorney I worked for got me hooked on high-end scotch. This guy brought in $3 to $7 million a month for the firm.
Wow.
That I was working at. And every Thursday night, he'd pick one of the boardrooms and have a scotch tasting, and he'd have like 30 bottles of scotch in there. Not one of them under $100. So he destroyed cheap liquor for a whole bunch of us who were stupid enough to go drink with him.
No, I'm not doing that.
But the conversations were really good.
I'm a bottom shelf kind of guy. I drink for effect.
I understand. So did I.
I only get
until this fucking attorney introduced me to a $25 bottle or a 25-year-old bottle of Glenlivet, which comes in at like $200.
Yeah.
Total asshole. I hate him.
That's good shit, though.
It is so good. It really is. Single malt, really old single malt scotches are really good.
We're down a rabbit hole here. Let's swim our.
We have gone down the rabbit hole. You are absolutely correct.
Let's swim through the ocean of whiskey to get back to where we're going.
At least we were talking about whiskey, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like too weird of a rabbit hole. Anyway, I see a reaction with some women saying, I don't want to be like my mom, struggling with balancing family and career. The costs of feminism are too high. Needle drags across record. What did she just say? Feminism comes at too high a price. There it is right there.
Wow.
They know this, but they keep doing it, which is another symptom of
cult of the cunt. Cult of the cunt.
They can see the damage behind them from two previous generations playing this fucking feminism game. They can see the freaking carnage behind them, and they still keep on that same road.
We might actually have to change the thumbnail for the show and rename it Cult of the Cunt.
No. For marketing reasons. I'm trying to get grants. I don't want somebody to go thumbing through our thumbs and see that and go, I don't really get them. I don't want to give them a grant.
Okay. Fair enough.
We say what we say on this show because this is, you want to talk about one of the things feminism brought forward is safe spaces, okay? This is our fucking safe space. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about and the way we want to talk about it. We're not here to worry about anybody's hurt feelings. If you don't want to be here, if you feel we're hurting your feelings, you're more than welcome to go. But if you want to hear a bunch of guys talk the way guys really talk about stuff like this is the place to be.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's brutal but true.
We're not out trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but we're not going to hold back on you.
No.
No. Sorry. Others think they can do it all, and that's why many don't end up making it. They don't realize the high cost until they get there. Once again, record needle drags across record.
Well, here's the thing is, yes, you can do it all, but you'll do everything half as well.
Mm-hmm.
And last time I checked, a 50% grade is a failing grade.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. Both of my mother's parents, my Mim and my Pip, died at home and died with 4 generations around them because they lived a traditional life. From their children to great-grandchildren.
Yeah.
4 generations deep standing around them when they passed through the veil. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, you and I
That's my point.
We're not getting that.
No. I wish I would aspire to a thing like that. But my point being, all of these feminists, my mother failed and she tried to do everything and it came to a crashing, burning ruin. And I don't understand, but feminism, girl power, men suck. 4 generations around your deathbed, proving that you did everything because there's 4 whole generations of new human beings that you brought into the world.
Yep.
Not just a bunch of people, but 4 generations deep. If that's what you can do, if you would just act like normal people and get rid of this. I'm reading to you feminists saying that, where did it go? Others think they can do it all, and that's why they don't end up making it. They don't realize the high costs until they get there. These are feminists saying these things. I'm not going through and going, oh, feminists are bullshit. Look at this. This is their words.
Yes.
We still have the same male models for promotion and tenure in the university environment, one of them says. So when we're meant to be earning tenure, most of us are having kids because we postponed it through grad school. Oh, you waited till you're 30 or 40 to have kids. That was a bright idea.
This is right out of the whore's mouth.
Yeah. Yet the psychological research shows men and women still have largely traditional expectations in the household. So if one of the kids is sick, the woman misses the faculty meeting. That's not equality. As long as raising families is considered women's work and it is not valued in society, that's not equality. What do you mean not valued? What do you mean not valued? It's everything.
They want to get paid.
What?
They want to get paid for emotional labor.
They are paid.
Yeah.
They're literally creating the next generation. They're literally creating the next generation. How is that not paid? You are literally the most valuable element in the family because only you can give birth. But in fairness, men do the creating. We do. We bring the spark. We bring the seed, otherwise known as the sperm, the baby batter, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Okay? But the woman raises that from the moment it is conceived.
Yeah, we dropped the barley at the warehouse.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah. And they throw it away like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yep. And if it's done correctly, like in my case, my grandmothers, I consider both of them saints. Pretty much. Because
my grandma was a good person.
Yeah. But anyway, before we start getting maudlin on ourselves here, does feminism need redefinition? Oh, so your feminism isn't working, is it? Yes, perception of feminism needs to change. One misperception is that third wave feminists, 80s through today, are not doing enough, or that they do not appreciate what has already been accomplished within the movement. I don't agree with this. I think politically we're in a time of backlash that's dangerous for minorities in general and for women. But that doesn't mean that young feminists aren't trying to figure out new ways to address these challenges. Okay, so when you have a movement and that movement is successful, what always happens? Two things.
Okay.
Two things always happen. You something starts, and there's a movement, and there might be a violent upheaval of whatever sort, which creates a successful movement. And now you have the successful movement. Now the people who want a free ride show up. Okay. Now the people who want the free ride, they show up, and they work their way into leadership positions. And they try to pretend that they made the whole thing go.
Communists.
And then the movement starts to fall apart. Pop, you described this earlier in the show. The mortgage firm you worked at.
Yeah, it just implodes.
It imploded. Why?
Because they destroyed the ability for the firm to make money because of internal strife. And they literally drove the main producer out the door. I was like 5th or 6th. This guy like outshined me like by at least a magnitude of 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I would close anywhere between $200,000 and $500,000 of loans a month. This guy was doing $1.5 to $3 million a month.
Like the lawyer I was talking about.
Yeah.
But that is a micro example of what's going on with feminism. It succeeded 40 fucking years ago. And now it's just being ridden into the ground by a bunch of women who want the glory. And people are stopping caring. The women don't care anymore. It needs to be reclaimed through education about what feminism really is. I teach an undergrad class in the psychology of women and gender. On the first day of class, almost nobody says they're a feminist. By the end of the course, they all say that they are, just because you're coaching them to say it.
Yeah.
When you tell me that when they walk in, none of them say they're a feminist. And when they walk out, they all say it.
Yeah. Back when I was going to college at OU, I graduated with a 3.05 GPA, and I would have gotten a lot higher if I would have played the game, which I refused. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, give me a C+, fuck off. I don't care. I'm not playing your game. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Fuck all the way off. Because that's what they do in college. Because they're all feminists, communists, and they want to indoct you. And it's even worse today than it was when I was in college between 92 and 96.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, the article that we started this off with Carrie Gress, the professor, who says that feminism has become a church. The funny thing is, she wasn't the first one. I did a little digging, and I even found an article from The Atlantic, which is a notoriously leftist paper. This is from 2015. And this one was written by a guy. I wonder if he even still has a career. Because we know what happens when guys start talking about this shit. If you work in the media,
fire alarm on your life.
Yeah, you're done. When feminism becomes a religion, this is how the reader frames his criticism of contemporary feminism. Beginning in my late teens and for many years later, I would have called myself a feminist. This is a guy speaking. This was partly due to my passionately left-wing friends and in part due to the effect of reading literature like Taming of the Shrew and Ibsen's The Dollhouse. Okay, you misunderstood The Taming of the Shrew then because it's Shakespeare mocking those bitches, okay?
Yeah.
It's straight up Shakespeare taking the piss on these women who think they've got everything figured out. Yeah, that's what The Taming of the Shrew is about. He tames the shrew. I saw the ugliness, the way society had utterly refused to recognize the humanity of women. What a load of shit. I saw that gender has been a cage that stunts a woman's individual life rather than the piece of identity it is and should be. I have a hard time reading some of this stuff. I really do. I saw the contempt, the fear, the condescension and repression, and I strongly felt it had to change and had to change more. The fear. So I don't think feminism is a dirty word that should be gotten rid of, but I no longer care to describe myself as a feminist. It doesn't have anything to do with language and little to do with ideas. The feminist movement of today is startling similarity to religious fundamentalism. There is the same dogmatism, the same zealotry, the same fear, the same clinging to certainty and absolute conviction in one's own correctness. Dissenters are marginalized, castigated, even cast out. The psychology is identical. All that differs are the goals. Another striking similarity is the hostility towards science. One of the cardinal sins is to disagree with the feminist doctrine that gender is entirely a social construct. Anyone the least bit familiar with evolutionary biology and the nature-nurture debate can see that it is not either or, and neuroscience has found subtle but interesting differences in the brains between men and women. Male and female brains really are built differently. I have this article. We are going to go through this, and you'll see why. We actually talked about this once in a show. I'll get to that. For some reason, ideas from the humanities, mostly critical theory, have been pitted against empiricism, and since the former must be correct, the latter can be dismissed. So basically, this guy lays out exactly what we've been saying all night. Feminism is a fucking cult. It's absolutist. It's dogmatic. If you don't believe every single tenet of it, they cast you out. If you question any of it, they brand you a heretic or destroy you. It's
the cult of the cunt. Yeah. I love it. That just rolls off the tongue.
It's absolutely a cult. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't okay. Side story.
Go for it.
All right. There was a woman, I'm not going to say her name. I dated her just very briefly when I was 28. And it was before I
to be 28 again.
Yeah, I shook the horror tree and expected a wife to fall out. Ooh. She was a raging feminist. Ooh. Raging. And you know who she is, and I'll tell you after the show. And she was, I think, 2 or 3 years younger than me. So now she's in her 50s.
The crazy's always fun, though.
No, not now at 50.
No, not at 50, but
yeah, 28. It was a good ride. Yeah, but she's she's lived this whole feminist ideology to the last station. Now she's in her 50s, living in a very low rent, apartment in Detroit, without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. The children that she has are absolutely worthless, and she can't go live with them now, and she is royally fucked. And you're going to see that same pattern played out in monumental scale in just a decade or a decade and a half from now.
It's happening now. It's happening right now.
It's happening right now, but it is going to go nuclear.
Oh, you mean the dam is going to burst?
Yes, they're literally the women are going to Home Depot and Lowe's and whatever, trying to, meet men. Yeah. And can you imagine when you walk into Lowe's and there's a just tidal wave of women? Hey, what's up? And it's going to be, the women are going to be like beggars in a third world country. Yeah. Without any social safety net for them. Oh,
very short story here. There's an Amish store up north of here, like an hour north, way up in the thumb. where I go to buy bulk stuff. Mrs. Battledorf and I went up there one day, and she went one way, I went the other. She wanted to go grab something. I'm over by like the peanut butter and honey and stuff, and this female, and mind you, this is a Mennonite store. All of the workers, all of the young female workers are wearing full skirts with the blouses and the bonnets and everything.
Yes, I've seen those stores.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love Mennonite stores. The food is so fucking good.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm over, and this woman shows up next to me wearing like yoga pants and aerobics shoes and like the perfect little top with her perfect little hair done and her perfect makeup done and everything. And I'm putting peanut butter back on the shelf because I was looking at it, and she goes, "Oh, that's the best peanut butter in the world." And Mrs. Battledorf had walked up right behind her, and I go, "Yeah, I know. My wife really loves this too." And you can hear her record needle drag across the record.
Yeah.
And I go, "Hi, honey." And she turns around, and Mrs. Battledorf is standing there. And she like scurries away. I'm like, "You're so fucking desperate." She was clearly in her late 40s, thereabouts. You're so fucking desperate that you're slutting up and hitting on guys who look like they might be alone in a Mennonite grocery store in an area so rural that the Mennonite grocery store is the only building in 4 square miles.
Yeah, and men, like men my age, most men understand and they're cool with being alone. You know, it bothers you a little in the beginning, but then you just get used to it, and then you start to enjoy it. And once that happens, there's pretty much no coming back.
Yeah. Every once in a while, Mrs. Battledorf would say, "Hey, how you want some of the best peanut butter in the world, honey?" It's just so fucking funny. She's standing right behind her. I go, "Hi, honey."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like you're in a Mennonite grocery store in one of the most rural places in the fucking state, and you're in there whoring? Really?
Whoring.
Good God. Okay, back to this thing here. What many feminists don't understand when they complain about people refusing the feminist label is not about the ideas or the history. Most people don't know about feminist theory, which is true. I have all of the notes for feminism. If you want to know how the whole thing ticks, email me. I'll send you the freaking notes. There is in feminism a tone of relentless grievance and antagonism. Aha! Many feminists would tell me I'm a misogynist, a term bandied about so casually it has become self-parodic, despite the fact that I'd likely agree with them 75% of the time. It's like the word Nazi now. You're a misogynist. I am now, bitch.
Well, we don't like the isophobic, man. It doesn't work anymore. Men don't care.
Nope, don't have time for your nonsense. It is such an insular and dogmatic movement that, as with any similar milieu, people inside it can't sense what is immediately apparent to others. They live in these little fucking bubbles of non-reality and have no idea most of the time what's going on in the real world, or that other people think they're fucking ridiculous.
All right, hang on a minute there, Battledorf. I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back.
Hang on a minute. Oh, where?
Do you want me to hit it, or you want to keep talking?
You hit it. Go ahead. That last part of that segment is very disturbing.
What are you gonna do, man?
Pop in a sleeveless net shirt doing 80s band things.
Yeah.
Not sure I'm comfortable with that at all. Now, I promised you guys I'd pull up the male and female brains really are built differently. So here that is, because male and female brains really are built differently. We talked about this one night on the radio show that we don't have the archive for anymore because fuck, shit happens.
No, the company that it was, we had it on a server and they just disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. There's an evil button pushing monkey. Jimmy! What's up?
So Pop was saying this is the cult of the cunt. And I thought of something. This is the cult of pussynality.
Pussynality.
Oh, the cult of pussynality. Yeah, no, yeah, Jimmy. I like that better than the cult of the cunt. You can actually use that and not like yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Pop said that, I was like, hang on a second. I just listened to this song earlier today at work. Pussynality.
Yeah, the cult of pussynality.
She's got potential.
Jimmy Von Baum. There's a potential song in there. Male and female brains really are built differently. Pop and I talked about this, and we found an analogy that we used because it was so fucking funny. Men's brains are like waffles, like a toaster waffle, like the breakfast food toaster waffle. We've got little compartments for everything, and we put everything in those little compartments, and that's where we put our fucking things. That's where we put things, is in our little compartments in our waffle brain. Women's brains are like a fucking plate of fucking cold spaghetti. Everything is fucking tangled. You can't tell where anything goes. And it's all stuck together.
And it's no good until you warm it up.
You can't do it, and you can't do anything. It is what it is. Female and male brains really are built differently. The hemispheres of women's brains are more interconnected. Does that matter? Now wait before you say anything. Ready your knowing smirk, because here comes a scientific gem that's sure to enliven even the dullest of holiday parties. By analyzing the MRIs of 949 people between the ages of 18 to 22, scientists at the University of Pennsylvania found that male brains have more connections within each hemisphere, whereas female brains are more interconnected between hemispheres. We compartmentalize. They just spin dry the whole fucking thing.
That's how you get your colors to bleed onto the whites.
That's right. Yes, take that. I see what you did there. Did you get dark in here? Yes, Mike from IT. Take that. It's like so explains why you just dropped the eggnog while attempting to make flirty conversations with Janet from accounting. Just kidding. We still have no idea why men or women do anything in particular, but the study released today in Proceedings of the Natural Academy of Sciences is interested because it is one of the first to discover brains differences in the brain's structural connectivity in a large sample size of people from a variety of age groups. By analyzing the subject's MRI using diffusion imaging, scientists explored the brain's fiber pathways, the bundles of axons that act as highways routing information from one part of the mind to the other. After grouping the image by sex and inspecting the differences between the two aggregate male and female pictures, the researchers found that men fiber pathways run back and forth within each hemisphere, while in women, they tend to zigzag between the left or logical and right or creative sides of the brain. Creative. Because female brains seem to have stronger connections between their logical and intuitive parts. When women are asked to do particularly hard tasks, they might engage very different parts of the brain.
Like pick a father?
Men might over-engage just one part of the brain or the other head entirely. This could mean, for example, that women tend to see issues and resolve them directly due to the strong connections between perception and action, or men because of perception and action, while women might be more inclined to combine logic and intuition when solving a problem. Okay, I'm going to dispute that.
I got 4 baby daddies.
I'm gonna
As I have my fifth baby daddy. Get the hell out of here.
Their less interconnected hemispheres might prompt men, for example, to be going along, executing things very skillfully, and maybe not taking into account that someone didn't do something because they were having a bad day. I don't give a fuck about your bad day. You're correct about this. Meanwhile, gut feelings, trying to join the dots together, women are known to be very strong at that, which is a fancy way of saying they deal with the emotions, which don't have anything to do with getting something done. The differences were less evident in young children, but became prominent in the scans of adolescents. Scientists have long known that male and female brains are distinct, but the degree of these differences, whether they impact behavior, is still somewhat of a mystery. The field has repeatedly unearthed seemingly solid clues that turned out to be red herrings. So
what they're saying is they don't really fucking know why that is.
No.
Who cares?
But it does explain some stuff.
It does. Like, men and women are not the same.
Not the same.
No.
It's just simply not the same creature at all.
They're wired differently.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be why women like focus so much on feelings, because they're more of a social animal than men.
Yeah.
Like men are like, okay, we know where the herd of animals is. You flank. You. We're gonna go. We're gonna try to bring it down, and then we'll carve it up, and then we'll just bring it back. Where women are like, well, they have to coordinate within the tribe or group or clan of where to get the berries and all the other shit, and take care of the kids and all of that other shit. Listen, we are here today because men and women used to work together and we were really good at it.
Yes.
Now we're not.
We're complementary parts.
Yeah. We are not going to be here because of that. That's the way that's the way it is.
My dwarf doesn't cook. I do all the cooking. I just happen to be really good at cooking. I worked in a hotel. So I do that, but she does all the housework. And the house is always clean and tidy, and there's always dinner on the table.
See, I don't do any of that.
No, I know you don't.
I'll have Darren's daughter come over, and I'll look at something that's fucked up, and I'll be like, "Girl that shit up, will you, please?"
Girl that shit up.
That's exactly what I do. Over there, I need that girl, please. And she's like, "Okay."
We have complementary roles within our own home. She does these things, I do those things, and everything gets done. We don't try to step all over each other. If we need help, we'll say, "Hey, honey, can you help me with this?" Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. But other than that, we just know our places and we know our roles, and we just do them.
Yeah, know your role,
because that's normal. That's just normal behavior. And I don't understand why so many people get that weird. But right around 2017, I started to, oh, good, there's no audio. I lost audio to my screen, but it doesn't matter because there isn't any. Where am I? Am I on the right one? Good. People started questioning feminism right around the Me Too movement, because that Me Too movement, which kicked off fourth wave feminism, exhausted people. People were like, "I'm done. Fuck you, Me Too. You weren't all sexually assaulted, okay? A guy looked at you funny in the bar. At worst, he's a dick."
Yeah, or maybe
at worst, he's a dick.
Maybe it was 18, 19, 20, and he fumbled. It happens. You don't know what you're fucking doing totally at that age. And then then 30 years later, they come and they crucify you over it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I don't know. Absolutely. Should I grab the titty or should I not grab the titty? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Well, when it comes down to it, it's not. What's the difference between flirting and sexual harassment?
Attraction.
And bank account.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Those both apply.
Yes.
Attraction and bank account. Yep. Yeah, I would even opine that they both must be there. Attraction is the initial, and bank account is the final.
Yep. Yeah, when you see a picture of 5 to 6, maybe 8 beautiful girls on a yacht, I always make the comment, yeah, show me the picture of the guy that owns the yacht.
Yeah, exactly.
But in today's day and age, when a woman can say the 3 magic words, "I'm not happy," half that dude's wealth is transferred to her, and she didn't do fuck
Well,
all to
that's
get
what
it.
they're doing. That's fucking. Those yachts are just big roulette tables,
Correct.
and each one of those girls is placing her bet, hoping to win that fucking roulette.
You are correct.
And score the yacht. So anyway, no shit, there we were, hip deep in soju caps. This is 2017, right around a couple of years into fourth wave feminism. And why do so many women and men hate it? In my work in the media as a therapist and coach, a former corporate vice president, one who regularly covers issues about gender equality, leadership, and social change, I've received thousands of comments from people around the world. They openly share their vast array of beliefs and opinions about gender equality, women and men, life, business, and feminism. In honor of International Women's Day and its theme, Be Bold for Change, meaningless fucking words, I'd like to share my personal take on why feminism signifies at its core and why so many men and women in our world still hate and resist it fiercely. For more on this issue, check out my Facebook Live video. No, fuck you.
No, fuck
in
off.
Exploring the latest data from around the world on gender equality, and if we read any news at all or engage in social media activity, the following is abundantly clear. There is tremendous dissent and vehement disagreement today among people around the world about the status and importance of equality. I've seen this. There are millions of people who both inwardly and outwardly do not support the idea that there should be equal rights. There are thousands of people who feel we've already arrived at equality for men and women. There are also thousands of people who believe we're not all there yet and support continuing efforts to pave the way.
Yeah.
There are thousands of people who believe in equal rights, but find feminism a word and movement that doesn't align with their personal beliefs or values.
I say there's equal value. There should be equal value, but
there is equal value.
Rights. Listen, if you are not risking your life, then you should get less rights. I'm sorry. I mean,
what's a right though? We all live in a society where we have certain rights.
Yeah, but the thing is like women get the ability to vote, and they have crushed our legal system. And they literally put no skin on. There's no skin on the table because now they don't even have. There's no obligation for them to have kids. There's no obligation for them to do anything. But when a man turns 18, he better sign up for the selective service, or he's fucked. And that will be an anchor around his neck for the rest of his goddamn life.
Yeah.
And we have 135,000 men buried overseas, many of which were drafted, and our own government said, fuck you, we're not bringing you back. So they're still rotting in a cemetery, and I bet you most of them never had any relatives go over to pay their respects at their final resting place.
Several of the guys that I served with went SILHI, which was the body recovery teams out of Vietnam, or based out of Hawaii, out of Pearl Harbor, who went to Vietnam, Korea, and a couple of other places. So yeah, I know for a fact that what you're saying is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a boatload of guys who are just missing.
Yep.
Guys who work submarines. Some of the guys in Pearl Harbor were blown to smithereens. World War I, guys went over the top, never to be seen again. I mean, fuck. I mean, and listen, if you're going to be the man and you're going to put that on the table to bet, you should get more priority than somebody who doesn't. And that is just my opinion. But, fuck it. If women want to have the same shit, go do the same fucking jobs. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. That is just my opinion. Where?
There's another path. Be the role.
Yeah.
We have roles. I take very good care of Mrs. Battle Dwarf. I watched my older relatives, my grandpa and uncles, take very good care of their wives because they provided for them.
Yeah.
The wives provided for the men. The men worked 60-hour weeks in sawmills and trucks and fishing and lumber camps. These are my great uncles, great aunts and uncles, my grandparents' generation. When they came home, laundry was done. Dinner was on the table. The children were clean and polite. And the house was in good order.
Yeah.
That's all these guys ask. It is really not that hard.
Yep.
It isn't.
But,
the men provided and the women provided, and everybody was happy.
Yeah. But now, we have dishwashers, we have washing machines, we have dryers, we have indoor plumbing, you have an indoor toilet, you have
leisure class.
Yeah. You have heating, you have cooling. You can literally go to any corner on a major city and eat like a king for virtually nothing. And they're still not fucking happy. They're still bitching. They're like, we're so oppressed. Fuck all the way off. Go into overdrive, fuck off. There's not enough fuck offs for you to partake in.
So let's look at the dictionary definition of feminism real quick. We're rapidly coming up on super chat time, so I want to squeeze in as much of this as I can.
Okay.
Let's understand what feminism is meant to be. If you look up the definition of feminism in the dictionary, you'll see these statements. The advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. The theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. The belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. The doctrine advocating social, political, and all other rights of women equal to those of men. Feminism at its core is about equality of men and women, not sameness. So many people offer up the argument that women are not the same as men, so there can't be equality. In other words, because their bodies are different, many say weaker in quotes. Look, you're physically weaker. You just are. Okay. Yeah. Find me a woman who can bench 305. And many say weaker and smaller because men and women have different physical abilities. These physical appearances mean equality is not possible. Physically, it's not possible. Physically, it's not possible. Now, Pop and I both worked in special operations. I worked on the brainy side. He worked on the pointy side. I saw women in special operations all the time. You probably didn't. It wasn't common for you. But on the intelligence side of the house, we had women. We just did. And I'll tell you right now, a female interrogator is not somebody to be in a room with. It's bad. Because you think Army guys are good at making dick jokes? Try a female interrogator who's had you awake for the last 72 hours.
Yep.
Okay. But physically, women can't do this shit. I said this on the show a week or two ago. Those females who have Ranger tabs right now, do a 12-miler, do the swim with gear, and then complete the Derby Queen, all on time and unassisted.
Yeah, I got actually kicked
and I'll let
out
you keep your fucking tab.
Yeah, I got banned from one of the Airborne Ranger groups on Facebook because I told the truth about that. They were talking about some sergeant major who had a Ranger tab, and I'm like, listen,
female?
I run Redonkulas.com. I've had 6 RIs on the show and 2 officers that he basically said they lowered the standards to allow women to pass. They gave them all kinds of mulligans that normal men would not get.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you, if they made the standard equivalent to what I went through in 1990, those women would not have passed.
Complete those 3 tasks that any ranger in the regiment can complete on time and to standard, and you can keep your tab.
Yeah, if I was running the show,
that's my challenge.
If I was running the show, I would just cut the order and yank them. Fuck them. I'm not even playing these games.
Yeah.
Because when you allow that to happen, you're demoralizing all of the other men who want to achieve that standard. Because when I did it, it was like the gold standard of you are the best of the best at infantry stuff.
Yes.
And when you cheapen that, it ruins it for everyone else. After that fact. And I will go to my grave and I will say the same shit.
Yep.
And if World War III happens and they call me back into the service, I will not serve under a female in a combat role. I will not do it. And I will not serve under anyone who's a trans person either.
That female I mentioned, that female commander I mentioned earlier was a staff position. That's when I was at G5 level civil affairs.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Which is Army level.
Yeah.
She was competent, intelligent, thoughtful, and considerate. Great commander.
Yes.
But in a combat role, no.
Nope. I would not do it. I will not do it.
I almost failed her on a PT test, and she gave me the dirtiest fucking look when she finally squeezed off that last push-up.
Nice.
But she did it. She passed. But anyway, no shit, there we were again. Feminism at its core is about equality of men and women, not sameness. It's critical to understand that same does not mean equal. The issue here is about equal rights and equal access to opportunities, which they have. Okay, I don't know of a single situation where women don't have equal rights or equal opportunities. As a matter of fact, they have more. We experienced this in family court, you and I both, over and over and over again. And in hiring practices, most HR managers today, especially in larger corporations, are
Karens.
Every time. Somehow, every time. You don't see male HR managers. I had somebody in a corporation tell me that HR was created because women couldn't do the other jobs.
And
Needless to say, that was said offline. May or may not have been Ally Bank.
Here's another thing that pisses me off is some of the states are trying to pass laws that they have to have a certain amount of people on corporate boards.
California's already done it.
Yeah, that is absolute horseshit.
That's bizarre.
Right. Well, here's the thing. You want to be on a corporate board, most of the time you have to work your way up to that position. Yeah. You don't just step in and automatically get it.
Yes.
That's why I'm all for companies hiring from within. That way you can avoid that shit.
That's what I was talking about with PhDs earlier. The PhDs are supposed to be the smartest guys in their field, or women. That's fine. I can accept that. But if you show me somebody who is a PhD who is under the age of 48 years old, I'm calling bullshit. Because it's a knowledge-based degree. You're supposed to be the smartest motherfucker in the room. I guarantee you at 28 years old, you are not the smartest motherfucker in the room unless you're a fluke.
No, they're the smartest sucker in the room.
Yeah, exactly. One of those crazy smart kids, okay? And we had a kid named Andrew in sophomore year of high school. Andrew disappeared, and everybody's like, where the fuck did Andrew go? Well, Andrew went to University of Ohio to study nuclear physics at 15.
Yeah.
We're all like,
yeah.
It's the kid was just that fucking smart. Okay, I'll accept that. But everybody else, fuck you. You're not getting a PhD until you're at least 48 years old. Go away. Here's an example. It's critical to understand that same doesn't always mean equal. Men and women don't have to be same physicality to have the right to equality. I'd love to see the argument that men and women aren't the same, so they can't really be equal, disappear forever. From my view, it's misguided. Here's an example. Why? If there were two young boys in a classroom and one was physically weaker and smaller than the other, would we believe it's right to keep the weaker, smaller boy from having the same access to the teacher, to learning, to computers, to the books, class resources, to other children in the class because he doesn't have the same physical strength as the other boy? This is bullshit sophistry. Correct. I'm going to introduce you to a new word tonight. Well, it's not new. Many of you have heard it before. But sophistry is a tool of rhetoric described by Aristotle. Okay, here goes History Dwarf again. We need a History Dwarf button. Sophistry seeks to win an argument, a debate, through emotional manipulation, where rhetoric seeks to win an argument through fact. Anytime you see anybody argue that, oh, this boy's weaker, so you don't want him to have rights, that's sophistry. You're trying to play on emotions and get people to side with you because it feels good.
And here's the thing, weak or not,
fuck you.
Weak or not, that weak boy will still have to register for the draft when he turns 18.
I was a skinny little shit all the way through like fourth grade. I got my ass kicked all the time by bullies. That summer, my dad sent me to Tang Sudo classes, which is an offshoot of Taekwondo. And that fifth grade, I came back and beat up my biggest bully, kid named Chris Cornett. Chris, if you're out there, I'll kick your ass again just for old time's sake. I beat his ass. And after that, I started deliberately getting in fights, and I was still small. I've always been small, but I'll beat your fucking ass because I'm not afraid to fight. I learned to. You want rights? Go get them.
That's right.
You're not entitled to shit. Fuck you. And the whole doctrine of feminism is a fucking cult based on entitlement. That's all it is. It's a cult based on entitlement. And Jimmy, we're right up against
Satan.
We're right up against super chats, man.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Pull the trigger.
That's right, baby. You know what time it is. It's super chat time. Time to get super funky.
I figured I'd play
Jimmy,
something.
you
a
look
little
good in
lighter.
that green suit, man. That's a sharp
Yeah, I
green
know.
suit.
I know. I need to go iron that thing out and wear it for Christmas.
Good stuff.
All right. As always, we're going to start over here on the YouTube side. Got 214 likes, 340 concurrent viewers.
All right.
Somewhat decent. So, Rumble, get on hitting those like buttons, you bastards.
Ruh-roh.
I hate seeing it just as much as you guys do, but you bring it on yourself.
No, you don't, Jimmy. You like it a little bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit of masochist in me, so just a little bit. Let's see. First one is coming from the IRS 3425. I promise I filed my shit completely and correctly. Stop calling me. And his comment is "Preach it, dwarf." That was 1999.
Yeah.
Got L Snows here for 5 says Rachel Wilson, Andrew Wilson's wife, wrote a book called Occult Feminism. It discusses exactly what you guys are talking about.
Told you.
Yep.
That's good. Send me all that to me, thebattledwarf@pm.me. I want that title. I'd like to look at that book.
There you go. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. We got Shark Dangers here for 5 says the old song entered my head, and she's got personality, walks with personality, talks with personality, smiles with personality.
I'm sure she does.
I'm sure she does until she's 35.
Yep. And I was actually going to save that. I forgot to send this story over to Blake for Thursday's show, but Goat Milk 732 dropping $5 Canadian on us. Bonnie Blue detained in Bali over strict pornography laws, facing 15 years in prison. We need to honor her with a Russian pop.
All right.
Yeah, I was scrolling through Twitter earlier and I saw it and I was like, no fucking way.
LOL!
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out, baby. Enjoy
That's the
that
wrong
place.
place to sell your ass.
Prison
Yeah.
there is bad news, too.
Yeah, what was her idea of selling herself in the biggest Muslim population country in the world? It's like 80% Muslim.
Yeah, you're screwed.
You're fucked.
And not in the way you intended.
Yeah. 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 All righty, Rumble. Rumble, did you disappoint us yet again?
Yeah.
Here we go. The goddamn Frumpalump Hillary.
Purple-umpagus.
So disturbing.
Let's see. Oh, I need to check the numbers here. Rumble, 310 viewers and 126 likes.
313. They must have dropped a couple during the.
Well, usually we lose some people during the super chats.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't blame it. It got weird there for a little bit. People got super chat shy.
You got weird, man. First one here on Rumble comes from MGTOW Mando. What's going on, brother? He says, so it's fair to say tonight we are discussing the cult of the cunt. Jimmy, I am sure your fume-addled brain can understand that.
Your fume-addled brain.
I did have to change out 2 wheel seals, which required cleaning of the brake drums. So yeah, the brake clean was flying tonight. And I may be too.
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly.
Mando again comes back, says, I propose tonight the homo suspicion point to be redesignated the mouse suspicion point.
I should probably come up with that point system for hose. All right.
We'll work on that one. Let's see. 68 Barracuda. Unclick that thumbs up button until we get our hot Hillary pop lovin'. I see we also have a masochist in the chat.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jerry Conway, MX Stilgar coming in, says the Torah is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers, the first 5 books of the Bible. It isn't separate from Genesis to Revelation. It's all one story that starts and ends in the garden.
Got it.
Yep.
Also,
I've always had this joke, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it already. Why do modern women have a very, very difficult time picking out where to eat?
I don't know.
Because the first time we let a woman decide what to eat, she kicked us out of paradise.
Yeah.
So it's hereditary to, it's a joke, ladies out there. If you're watching, it's a joke. Come on.
I don't care.
We all know you love the sausage.
Nice.
We got Aflan07 coming in. Says Torches for Freedom was marketeers exploiting feminism for selling cigarettes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Did not hear that. Of course, Mando coming back again with his dad jokes. So are we gearing up for the bombing of Nagasaki? Isn't that the capital of Botswana Catland?
Yeah.
Nagasaki. I believe that's a city on the southeastern coast of
Nagasaki. Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Nagasaki.
There you go. We got Lecoq coming in and says, unfortunately, since both genders are in the same boat, women degeneracy will negatively affect men.
Yes.
Yeah. It's always true.
Yep. Let's see. 68 Barracuda says, I do love his poem,
Ozymandias. He's talking about Byron. If you haven't read Ozymandias, you should. It's a very good poem that makes a very good point. It basically says, look upon my great works and tremble, but it's coming from the ruins of that kingdom. Look upon my great works and tremble.
So was it his cousin that quoted, look upon my field and be invest and gaze upon the fucks I give and feel and see that the field is barren?
You're stumbling all over this one, Jimmy.
All
right. Keep going.
Mando coming in and says he may have led a nation of surrender monkeys, but Napoleon's code correct? Was Napoleon code correct for dealing with women?
Pretty much, yes. To be clear, Napoleon was a Corsican. He was France's best general, and France's best military unit is literally the Foreign Legion, which contains no Frenchmen.
No, there are some Frenchmen.
Oh, the officers and some of the NCOs.
Yeah.
The officers and some of the NCOs are Frenchmen.
N2 Gas says, Pop, please learn the game developer software called Unity. It can be used to create an augmented reality tabletop game.
Unity, huh?
Yep. And I did check the email. I believe he did send a link for that.
Send a link? Okay, star it.
Stuff. Yep. Let me do that right quick before I fucking forget, because I probably will.
Unfuck yourself.
Unfuck yourself.
All right.
People can get fucked up.
Email has been started.
Gonna die.
It'll be fine. All right, jumping back to the YouTube here, we got Goat Milk dropping another $20 Canadian. Says, cheers from Canada. Can we see that shiny pop? We really need that musical interlude.
Oh man! All right.
Too much of the disdain of pop. Well, he didn't specify. He wouldn't say singing pop or Elvis pop. Elvis pop is quite shiny. Just saying. Alicard is
Elvis
asking Pop's face on Elvis.
I would probably fit on there quite well. Not the fat Elvis, of course, unless he
Oh,
had
come on.
unless he
Fat
had a Punisher shirt on. God damn.
Something to save Pop from the Romulan helmet. Flash Gator, he's dropping 5, says, evening, gentlemen. Hope everything is all right. Bit of a weird request, but would you guys be willing to write me a recommendation letter for the civilian WOFT Army program?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Send an email.
Email us and we'll discuss it. You know how to email us.
Yep. 6-Day Barracuda says, why hire women at 73% when I can hire Juan and Pedro for 5 cents? Damn, these women are dumb.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Juan
what are you going to do?
Juan and Pedro are going to be going bye-bye here soon. And that's
afraid
I hope
so.
I'm sick of it.
Yep. Hopefully a lot of Minneapolis can be cleaned out too. And Dearborn.
All of the Somalis need to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knew that Maine had quite the Somali population in it? I just learned that today.
And Vermont.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Lecoq here says, says the sooner we take all their rights away, the sooner we can save society.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that does seem to be a viable solution.
Yeah.
Don't know what to tell you.
I don't like the sound of it, but I don't like the sound of my country being destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I get a little tired of that.
Because the female vote brought in gay rights. They brought in the trans. They brought in all of these illegal aliens. All of these things were done because of feelings and compassion, which was weaponized against us.
What's been going on in Europe, the United States is usually 10 years behind.
Yep.
It's coming up on 10 years about what Europe has been doing. So
correct.
Just saying. See, Alicard coming in says, Cult of the Carn, a seminal order of the snot bucket.
All right.
Let's see. Mando coming back says, feminists can fornicate a scalpel ringed pin cone. A guy like me, admittedly average as heck, should not be getting poon as a bucket list item. Jimmy make pop or Blake sing, whichever has not. Well, we did Elvis Popsley, so I think we can make the captain sing.
We did have a request for singing pop. You guys are jackasses. Always want to watch the same shit over and over again. Pick new videos.
Look at me, I wanna be the captain of the sea.
About time.
The poop that came from me, I'd rather steer us to debauchery.
Careful what you ask for, video guy. Careful what you ask for.
Yeah. It's actually a warning for everybody. Careful what you ask for from Billy Von Baum, because, well, you're going to get it. People are going to like it, but it's going to be funny as hell.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lecoq says, you know what else stunts the individual life? Selling your poos hay for $4.99 on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's a butthole. That's a butthole. Sorry. They sell their butthole for $4.99. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. I'm just.
Oh, the double redheads that I showed last Thursday on the Thursday show. They are. They have OnlyFans accounts, but they introduced me to a new term that I was unaware of. Mattress actress.
Ah, mattress. Oh, and this Thursday, Blake is going to be on.
Actress. I know. Yep.
Mattress actress. Never heard that one before.
Mattress actress. Yep.
Nice. Yeah. Let's see. Lecoq again says, I've said it many times. The last 20 years will look like heaven compared to the next 20.
Yep.
I have things and stuff to say about that, but we'll keep that for off air.
Keep it on the chill.
Yeah, because I've been not on the chill for quite some time. But let's see. Lecoq again says, every dick your woman has had is a nail in your coffin.
Ooh.
That's
You need to send that to me in an
actually-
email. That's going to go on a t-shirt. Redonkulas12gmail.com. That is fucking a good saying.
As a matter of fact,
that would make a good t-shirt.
copying and pasting just
Jimmy,
on a
make
note.
this a thing.
I will
Jimmy's
remember.
got it.
I got that saved on a notepad. I will be sure to send Blake a text and an email tomorrow.
I believe there's got to be a coffin in there.
It's got to be a coffin, a hammer, and a nail that looks like a somewhat decent looking woman.
We'll figure it out.
Can't make the nails look like dicks, though. I don't think that's possible.
Somebody commented on mattress actress and said, "Is that like bedhead?" And it just dawned on me they're a bedhead technician.
A bedhead technician. All right.
68 Barracuda says none of them will win at that roulette table. The house always wins. They just haven't learned it yet. They'll learn when they're sucking duck for food money at the truck stop in 20 years.
When they become lot lizards, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're playing at the yacht level roulette tables, your chances of winning significantly go down.
Yeah. And he's also asking for a Sinatra pop.
There's a man they call Pop, and he can't be stopped. When he sees a Pringles can, he always takes squat. He don't care if it's a big one or a little tater tot. If it looks like a Pringles can, then he's gonna take a shot. He don't put Pringles in the can, he puts poop. He puts poop and sends them out across the land to folks like me and you. Some say Pop is full of crap, but he don't give a hoot. If it looks like a Pringles can, he's gonna fill it full of poop. He's got a way of doing business, a funny kind of job. He sends Pringles can full of poop delivered to your doorstep. And though you may not ask for it, you'll receive a surprise. Pop sent you a Pringles can full of poop. With a push he did plop.
God damn. All right.
That's
Pop,
great.
pop. Somebody just gave me one for the tab chasers. Remember the tab chasers?
Yeah.
That is a tactical bed operator.
A tactical bed operator.
TBO. Nice. See, Lecoq comes back, says, if you give women a power to women, they'll just make laws that benefit them or their tribe that they're a part of.
We have seen this happen over and over and over again.
Yeah. See, Idiot Grimlock here dropping 2 says, do the Pringles thing.
We just did the Pringles thing.
We just did the Pringles thing. Unless you want to sign up for Pop's OnlyFans, because then he'll poop in a
Oh
No, we're
no!
not doing
Pop
that.
Pringles OnlyFans bad.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Pringles
Bad.
only.
We're not doing that.
Bad.
Let's see. Tomahawk says, tonight was my first attempt at making Detroit style pizza. Don't know how it compares to what you have in Michigan, but damn, it's tasty. Wish I could share.
Real Detroit style pizza. My personal favorite is Jets. Is a square pizza. You can actually get 8-corner pizza where they bake it so you get 8 crispy corners with the cheese all fucking caramelized, and it's like 1.5 inches thick. Real Detroit pizza is fucking awesome. And traditionally, it's just cheese and pepperoni. That's it.
That sounds really good right now.
It's really good, dude.
Well, let's see. We got USMC D's nuts. $5. I'm back. Been busy lately. Good to have you back, brother.
Thank you.
See, hooliganism, Loretta Lynn had an interesting tune called The Pill.
I listened to most of her catalog, so I've probably heard it, but don't remember it. I'll have to go back and look. Pop, your OnlyFans channel will be called Only Cans.
No, Pringles cans.
Oh my God. You guys are horrible.
Yeah. But
Don't ever change. Don't ever change.
see, Professor
And
Blake Pooh Ass Blaster with 3,000 for $1 says, keep up the good work and play Singing Blake. Already did that. I might have something special at the end of the show for you guys, though. Let's see here. I did see a couple more coming over on the YouTube side. Maybe it was just one. Yep. Says Ball Harry $4.99 says, how many pops does it take to send Minneapolis back to mini Somalia back to the desert?
Quite a few. Hey, we're coming up to the top of the hour. I got to hit the pisser. So
Pops
piss
gotta go
break.
score bladder. Here we go.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Get off my lawn.
You know what hasn't been said tonight? Bolshevik.
Yeah.
I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
How do you like my replies every time on Twitter you say Bolsheviks there, Steve?
That's very nice. I like that a lot. It's almost as if somebody wrote that and sent it to you.
It's almost like that happened. All right, let's see. We did have a couple of sneaky bastards over on the Rumble side. Le Croc says Pop's OF handle should be Cantastic.
This is going to happen. All of your best fans would be on Box Wine and Catland.
That's going in the book. Fantastic. That shit's hilarious. That's going in the Papanomicon, you bastards.
Papanomicon. Nice.
Papanomicon.
See, Tom Hawk with 5 says, we haven't been to Bolsheviksville tonight. We should pop in and see how Dwarf and Nance are doing. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Hit it.
Dwarf?
Do it.
In Bolsheviksville, where the sun shines bright, live Dwarf and Nance, what a charming sight. With Sandy the maid and Pop dropping by, and Hillary's antics that'll make you sigh. Oh, Dwarf and Nance, they've got it made, with laughter, love, and a living made. From morning toast to an evening dance, it's always a hoot with Dwarf and Nance.
There you go.
It's the best one.
What are you going to do?
Well, Pop, you knew it was going to happen.
All right.
Alucard.
I fucking hate that one so much.
And yet it never gets old.
Never.
All right.
All right. Let's see. We'll jump over to the MGTOW side of things. Dark Mad Dog. He's got a couple in a row here. Says, Pop, you were right. Less contact with my mom. She disincentivized me, gone back to my dad, and to try to seduce him, as she should be doing. But I still have to leave and lessen the contact to the maximum. Other than that, my wife is type 2 clinger, no text or calls, and my mom is a stage 3 clinger. My male friend told via her behavior she has a severe anxiety case. But surprisingly, I'm handling it well due to my crazier mom. And to be fair, my burnout is easing with her presence, which is weird.
Stay away from the stage 5 clingers because they'll try to get you to cross dress.
Yep. Let's see.
Weird.
It's a MASH reference.
Oh, yay! Okay.
I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
Hey, I like MASH.
I love
MASH.
MASH.
Is a good
It's great
show. Yep. Let's see. MGTOW Ronan here. He's got 3 in a row here. We'll burn through these real quick. It says, Evening, gents. I'm sure you heard about the Pierce Morgan interview with Nick Fuentes. Pierce tried a gotcha question with his comments about Jews running the country. Women need to shut the fuck up, and blacks need to be in jail. This is why Fuentes is so popular. Gen Z men feel the same goddamn way about women. Gen Z are manning out. Women are already complaining about men disengaging with them, and it's only going to get worse.
That's right. Listen, I am not fucking around. I am going
Pierce,
to educate all the men out there I can.
Yeah. Pierce's fatal mistake was bringing Fuentes on in the first place. Fuentes is a master of the art of zero fucks, whether or not you like him. I personally don't like him just because I just don't like him. He's just not my kind of guy. I wouldn't hang out with him. But he's not wrong. And nobody gives a shit about, you're a Nazi. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Mm-hmm. Piers is just giving Fuentes more airtime because he has been incessantly whining about that interview since it happened online. That's his whole timeline is whining about Fuentes. Now you've got a whole bunch of people who've never heard of Fuentes before, seeing Fuentes and going, what's this? Oh, yeah, I feel that way too. Sig Heil.
Yeah, I would go on
My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.
I would go on Fuentes' show. I don't care.
That's fine. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that I don't care.
Yeah, he
doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I'm in the same. I'm in the same boat. I'm like, I've the only reason why I know about him is because people share stuff, and I'm like, I don't really care. I've heard him.
He's simply not my cup of tea. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Last 2 from MGTOW Ronan here. First 5 says, also, don't forget that feminism has ruined the black community. Black women totally don't respect black men. Even if a black man is masculine and exerts his masculinity, women go buck against him, against any black male masculine. And that's worse. What's worse, black women believe they can lord over black men. This is why they hate passport bros, and black men have left the Democrat plantation. Feminist black women are like the Borg attacking the enlightened black man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, again, with the feminism cult. That's what we discussed all night tonight.
Cult of the cult.
Yep. And last one here says, can we all agree that all blue states must be audited and cleansed for waste and fraud? The DOJ is now investigating California Kyrgyzstan for fraud with gruesome Newsom's homeless programs. Yeah, they did that before. It didn't work out for them.
And listen, they need to do the same shit here in Michigan because there's all kinds of funky shit going on here as well.
Yeah, there's massive amount of fraud here.
The government has investigated the government and found that we have done nothing wrong.
Yes, we have investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing. Yep.
Yes. Let's see. Tim Walz is a retard. Gavin Newsom is a cunt. Especially
Tim Walz,
especially after his zesty gay yoga leg cross. I fucking hate California Bolsheviks. Drink.
zesty gay leg cross. I'll drink to that.
I saw that picture too, and I'm like, how in the hell does any kind of man with a moderate twig and berries
Not a
between his
man.
legs cross his legs that much and not be in
Not a
pain?
man.
Not a man.
Sorry.
Not a man. Tim Waltz and his daughter are fucking retards. Okay, the one person who drove by their house and yelled retard, and they're all over the news telling everybody about it. This is America. All we're gonna do is drive by your house and say retard. Now that we know that it's gonna make you mad.
Yeah,
There was a drive-by shooting by Tim Pool, though. Did you hear about the drive-by shooting?
No, I
at
heard
Tim Pool?
about that. I heard about that. I did. I heard about
I
that.
watch.
But Tim Waltz is a retard.
Yep, I watch a lot of Tim Pool, and yeah, that's not cool, man.
That's not cool at all.
No.
Yep.
But it's both sides. Both sides are committing political violence. Right.
You'll know it when we do it.
Yeah. That's all we're going to say about that.
You'll know it when we do it, unless you are the target. Then you won't know about it.
Yeah. Well, they'll know by Braille.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
They will know by Braille.
That, and if you see the danger Dorito in the sky, you are safe. If you do not see it, you are not safe.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll jump over to Odyssey here. No super chats over there, but we got 10 watching with 7 likes over there. That's fine. Odyssey may or may not be a dying platform, in my opinion.
I don't think anybody really uses Odyssey but gamers anymore.
Oh, hang on. Let's just move on.
Okay, moving on.
We'll deal with it.
Moving on.
There's more Rumbles.
Yep, I saw those. And over on the Twattersphere, 38 viewers.
Okay.
That's fine. God damn it. All right, what do we got here? Oh, Alucard, he's wanting a box wine in Catland. We are getting close over time, so I got to play the short one.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no sweater. Stop!
Wow.
40 to 80 is in fact a long time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. We got great fun here. Says, was the video I sent of Pop's reaction to Nancy Pelosi during dancing too over the top to show? I know at least one of you guys saw it and either laughed or threw up or both. I did see that and I laughed my balls off, but I think we're going to have to save that one for a special drop on Pop because it's definitely new tech. And well, technically he actually made Pop puke.
All right, stop.
Nice.
You're gonna make me throw
That could be like a segment. Drop on Pop.
No, come on now. Why are you doing this? Stop it.
What do you mean, why am I doing this?
Your drop on Pop.
You know where you are?
Yeah, I know. I'm in the bullseye and
You are.
in the Redonkulas Regiment show.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. All right. Last super chat of the night here comes from 68 Barracuda. Says, know any Braille? Are you going to pluck out their eyes and eat them like raisins? Slurp down that eye nerve noodle, you sick Bolshevik.
Also, after we drink, hang on a minute. We got 2 lives saved to read into the record on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And
Yes,
we need to actually put that on the thumbnail when we market this thing because this is really important. I mean, I started the requirement at the end of 2003 or 2023 that you have to send in an email to get a number. And we're literally at 75. Actually, I think it's like 80 because there was 5 that happened on the December of 23. So this is
I believe Sam is 572. Samantha is 572, isn't she?
she's around that number. I don't remember.
Yes.
Is attending a doctor for unspecified reasons. So throw a prayer out for Sam this evening.
Roger that.
Yeah, we'll do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us
We
tonight.
got cash apps.
And forgetting cash apps. God damn it.
Don't worry about it, man. We got 25 from Samantha Bachelor.
Hey, thank you, Sam.
Thank you. We got HKC for 5. Bolsheviks.
Bolsheviks.
Yep, Dorf said it.
You know,
Bolsheviks. Drink.
And we got 30 from Susie McCarley for a great show tonight.
thank you,
Excellent.
Snooze.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, we got, we covered, we got them all. Thank you very much.
Sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for final thoughts.
Holy cow. Yeah, we might be having another Wednesday show. We're definitely going to have another Wednesday show. It's just a matter of when, based on the information that I did not give you earlier because I was vague and cryptic about the whole thing, but you'll find out what it is. It's pretty fucking good stuff.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
they're incoming. Show incoming.
There you go. All righty, Popster. You know what time it is.
All right, everybody. It's a holiday season, so pay attention. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. It's not going to work out for you. If you absolutely must fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, or flush it down the toilet. Watch it go all the way down. Why? Because women are sneaky bitches, and child support does last 18 to 21 years, depending upon the state you are in. Rack up, pack up, and stack up. There's always safety in numbers. And maintain your situational awareness, because if you're going to be attacked, something in your environment will have changed. It's up to you to see it. And if you must fight, do everything in your power not to go to the ground, because that is where you get stomped out. Now, it is the holidays, which is pretty much the worst time of the year for self-deletions. So I'm sick and tired of throwing you dudes into the dirt because you're taking a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Play the long game. Your life can literally change on a dime. Stay in the fucking fight. And if everything else fails, live at a motherfucking spite. And always remember, Uncle Pop is here cheering for you for all of your victories, even the ones you can never tell anyone about. Boom, beer me.
There you go. And all right, well, hang on, wrong button.
Suck it, son of a bitch.
Hit the right button, Jimmy.
I am the evil button pushing monkey. I will push the right button eventually.
Do it.
As Pop was saying, it's the holiday season. I'm pretty sure if you guys order some of the swag, you'll get it in time, and well, you could be the based uncle that gives your little nephew or whoever you want. Give him one of those. Tell him.
Sweet.
Tell him that Redonkulas
All right.
sent you. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that's us for the night. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, fuck off.